Hello, class. This is Professor Burko, and it's week 7 of summer school. Week 8 is very short. It's only 4 days. It ends on Thursday, so we have to finish everything up this week and next week. It's not going to be as hard as it seems if you've been keeping up. If you've slipped behind, send me an email. We'll talk about strategies for finishing the course so you can succeed. I want all of you to succeed. And the main reason that I put these checklists together is to help you keep track of what you need to do. So let's get right to it. This last week, we are working on essay number 4. And if you've kept up with me, you've done some generating exercises. Now we're going to develop a thesis, spend some time doing that. And this should all start feeling kind of familiar. You did this for 3 essays coming up to this one. So hopefully you've learned from all those other experiences. This one's going to be that much easier. So maybe you're still doing some research for secondary sources. Maybe spend another half hour trying to get an even better quote. Hopefully, you've worked on the organizing cover page for all 3 of your first essays. And so this one's going to be pretty easy. It's going to be basically kind of thinking it through, pre-writing. How am I going to organize this essay? It's all coming together much more quickly now because you've done this before. I'm going to spend some time drafting and polishing this essay. Let's give it 4 whole hours just for the heck of it. Okay, and that might include working with the Writing Center to earn an extension, whatever it takes to get this essay as good as it can be, because I'm not going to be able to give you feedback and you're not going to be able to revise this one. It's coming in way late at the end of the semester where I'm just trying to keep up with everything myself. So you might be revising essay number 1. You might be finishing essay number 3 at this point. Write that time down, figure out how much time you've been spending on this. You might be spending some time getting things ready for that digital portfolio, because if you didn't get rubric scores that you were pleased with on the first few essays, I will allow you to revise those. If you don't revise it, no big deal. We'll just use the original score, okay? There is a practice exam coming up this week. And there's the portfolio checklist. Let's talk about that. The portfolio checklist is essential. I'm going to require that you do it, because if you don't, it's going to take me 4 to 5 times as long to muck around on the internet and find your grades and organize my final grade tallies at the end of the semester. You'll see plenty of warnings and pleadings from Professor Burko. Don't forget your portfolio checklist. And in that checklist, you're going to say, I revised paper number 1, I didn't revise paper number 2, whatever. You're going to tell me what your original score is. I'll go back and check, but it really helps me to organize everything much more quickly. And especially if I'm reading portfolios of 4 papers by every student in the class at the end of the semester, I have a lot of reading to do, and filling out these portfolio checklists is very important for me. So I'm going to make it really big letters here, okay? And in red, please do the portfolio checklist. All right. At the bottom of the checklist, I have all these reminders here. Essay number 3, you could have earned an extension all the way up to July 22nd if you work with the Writing Center. Essay number 4 is due July 23rd. All you can earn an extension until July 28th. That's 1 day before the summer term ends. The portfolio is due on July 25th. So if you're revising any of those other essays, they're all due on the 25th of July. It's a lot of work this week, but if you go and add up all these hours, it's not any more time than you would spend in a normal class where we would meet on campus in person. So add up your total number of hours, and next week is the final exam. So take that practice exam to get ready for the final exam. There's also a lot of information on the website right now about the critical thinking logical fallacies 12 angry men exercise. I don't have to explain it in this video. And I'll end this by suggesting that it's a lot of work, but it's not that much work compared to a normal class. And don't lose track of having fun with this. Okay, find a song that you like, find a poem that you like. Try to make the writing less of a chore and more about the joy of learning. Okay, it'll be a much better experience if you do. See you next week. It's our last week of the semester.